Mark Rogers TV, just a few minutes after Ohio State disposed of Penn State 38-10. My apologies if you were looking at the previous video. We were going to do our complete analysis on that video podcast, but things locked up on us. We did say what we needed to say concerning the JT Barrett quarterback battle with Cardale Jones. Barrett should start. We said that before game one. Barrett should start. I had some comments to make about Saquon Barkley, Penn State running back. This kid is the best Penn State running back, the most explosive, the most talented we've seen in quite some time, possibly since, remember, Larry Johnson, who had quite a few brilliant seasons with the Kansas City Chiefs. And his big season at Penn State was back in 2002 when he gained, I believe he went over 2,000 yards and 20 touchdowns back in 2002. Barkley just under 200 yards rushing against Ohio State. So we think of this as being Christian Hackenberg's team. Maybe it becomes Saquon Barkley's team. Maybe it's a Peyton Manning to the running back position that has been dominant for the Denver Broncos this year. That kind of transition that's going to be healthy for Mr. Hackenberg and for the Penn State offense. Not that they're going to rely on Barkley and Hackenberg's going to throw the ball 12 times as he did tonight. He needs to be more productive in the passing game. But Barkley was chewing up the Buckeyes' tremendous front seven, so why not stay with it? Unfortunately, penalties, mistakes, and issues in the red zone cost Penn State from scoring more, but they ran not necessarily at will, but huge chunk plays for Barkley. He's an explosive back as just a freshman, had only one carry in the opener against Temple. And then after about 2 weeks, they decided to give him the football. He ripped up a Rutgers for a $195. Got hurt the next week after 8 carries against San Diego State and missed 2 games. And he was desperately needed tonight for the Penn State offense. Otherwise, it was non-existent. Hackenberg, again, the offensive line has improved, run blocking specifically, but the pass blocking is still not what it needs to be, especially for a pocket passer that's not an athlete, because Hackenberg can run in a straight line. He can elude a rush to a certain extent, but he's not going to make guys miss. And his pocket presence still needs to improve for NFL scouts. But this offensive line needs to pass protect better. But while they're learning to do so, Saquon Barkley is certainly a great option. He was the 24th rated running back according to ESPNU, coming out of Whitehall, Pennsylvania, the 14th rated running back, according to 24/7. He was actually a Rutgers commit who James Franklin flipped to Penn State. And again, he looks to be the future at the running back position and the center of the offense, with Hackenberg moving on to the NFL as we go forward. Penn State improving. The defense is really good. You can't make a complete judgment when this offense for Ohio State is clicking. They will score against anyone. We saw it late last season. We saw it most of last season once JT Barrett took control in that third game after the Virginia Tech loss, and Ohio State with a productive offense against anybody. This Penn State defense is really, really good. Not as deep, not as fast as it will be once Franklin brings in a couple more recruiting classes, but still very stout, as evidenced by just 1 touchdown given up last week against Indiana. Penn State, bright future, not quite there. They could possibly give Michigan State or Michigan some problems, as they did Ohio State through about 2.5 quarters tonight. Would need to hear from you now on Penn State football, or if you checked out the other video and our analysis on Barrett and Jones and the Ohio State offense. Would love to hear about the Buckeyes from you as well, right here on Mark Rogers TV.